Lieutenant General Muhammad Zairul Islam, President of CGSS, General Major Khalid Jeffrey, CGSS team, dear friends, ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon, assalamu alaikum. Now we are from Indian Ocean and Subcontinent back to Central Asia. And let me to start, that's water issues also very important for all regions, and regardless to where we're living, which region we belong to, is now became global issues. And all the humanity, wherever they're living today, we are facing water issues and water warming problems, and we need also our common efforts and cooperation in order to manage this issue. I would like to just draw your attention to on the slide you see is here the Aral Sea disaster. In 1960s we had in Central Asia one beautiful sea, it called Aral, which we had also around the number of cities around the sea. We had developed fishing industries. We have many ports, but unfortunately it has gone forever. And you can see now the pictures today. When Russians scientists in 1853 came to Central Asia, they drew this Aral Sea. And in 1953, you can see how it was. And now we are almost disappeared from the earth because of this water bad management. So humanity unfortunately misused national resources, water. We mostly look at the agricultural sector, industry, urbanization, and unfortunately we have lost almost a city. We try to keep a small ecosystem around this city, but unfortunately it's a reality which we now have in Central Asia. Climate change also another very challenging reality in our region, and due to the global warming, Tajikistan, which is now one of the main resource of water in Central Asia, and where 60% of water resources came from river of Amudarya and Sirdarya, we already have lost almost 35% of our glaciers. You can see glaciers in a high mountain area in Pamir, in Badakhshan, and unfortunately you can see that's how many big glaciers which we had in Dushanbe, around the 35%. We have lost them, which before they were main resource of water in Central Asia. So it is, you can see Tajikistan position in Central Asia, our water resources, and how many cubic meters we have now here. And that's why our president, His Excellency Rahman, he focused on now only in water diplomacy in order to save water for future generation. So you see, in June we had a high-level international conference in Dushanbe. It is about water resources, and we had honor to also receive His Excellency former President of Pakistan, Mohammad Hussein. He was special guest in this conference and speech on the occasion. What is global water initiative of Tajikistan? You can see we already initiated about 6 global water initiatives in the world. On this slide you can see, I don't take your time. Major initiative you can also see, we initiative international water cooperation, water management, international cooperation, and regional also approach. Water global situation you see also here. It's now it's became very open eye signals for everybody. And Also, I today want to say that today, 10th of December, today is a Human Rights Day. It's, which observed every year on 10th of December, when UN General Assembly in 1948 adopted Universal Declaration of Human Rights. And we don't also forget that access to drink water is also basic human rights of human beings. And Tajikistan, one of the leaders of advancing of water agenda in the global level. As an initiative of Tajikistan, the UN General Assembly has declared International Year of Fresh Water in 2003. The International Decade for Action, Water for Life, 2005-2015. The International Year of Water Cooperation, 2013. And the International Decade for Action, Water for Sustainable Development, 2018-2028. All the initiatives were based on the understanding that water is a key element not only for social and economic development, but also for ensuring peace, stability, and development in all entire region and also world. Over the past 2 years, we have also promoted water issues within a high-level panel, which call on all stakeholders to unite in the preparation for adoption of measures, as well as to strengthen work for solving water problems at all levels, including the way world understanding. As you can see, water resources in global situation now. No doubt that Tajikistan initiative, the International Decade for Action, Water for Sustainable Development, 2018 to 2028, is one of the important initiatives that serve as timely basis for further promotion of water issues and using all platforms for political discussion, sharing best practice, and developing of partnership and cooperation. Global trends have a direct impact on regional and national levels. In this context, Central Asia is one of the most vulnerable regions in the world. According to experts, climate change contributes to rapid shrinking of water glaciers in Central Asia, which are the main sources of water region rivers. As a result, the indicators of water availability per capita decreases year by year. If in the 96 this indicator was 8.4 thousand meter cubic year, today it has decreased 4 times, and the 2.1 thousand cubic meter per year. Another important aspect of water problem in Central Asia is unequal distribution of water resources. Under this circumstances, the state water cooperation is key for addressing not only water problems and social economic development, but also peace and stability and security. Tajikistan contains about 60% of water resources of the river of the region. At the same time, having limited natural resources, the government is compelled to use these abundant water resources to address the country's social economic issues. Based on this, our development policy is aimed at using water resources in a way that meet national needs, taking into account the regional balance. Integration of national and regional interest is a very difficult process, and it is impossible to succeed without any integrated approach. In this context, the introduction of integrated water resources management at both regional and national level is very important. In this regard, the government of Tajikistan in 2015 has adopted a water sector reforms program for period 2016 to 2025, aimed at improving the legal framework and institutional mechanism, developing infrastructure, and creating an approach database of implementation tools. We also would like to discuss some more about international approach of Tajikistan. I think you see the result of International Decade of Water for Life. It's a new initiative that Tajikistan I already mentioned here. The main subject of the approach of water decades for actions, you can see also Water occupies a key place in national development strategy of our Tajikistan, in our country, as it uses for generation of electricity. You know, our capacity of Tajikistan is now currently 45,000 megawatt, which 90% based on hydro energy. And in November, we initiated new first unit of Ragun hydropower station. Its capacity 3,600 megawatt, and we able by 2025 produce more 3,600 megawatts on the water hydro energy. We are also Tajikistan is in initiative of International Decade for Action Water for Sustainable Development 2018-28, together with UN national and other partners. And also I would like to use this opportunity to express my thanks to government of Pakistan for support of Tajikistan initiative for water issues. And I believe that the result of this conference also will be included in the agenda of our discussion, and will be also work together. We consider that Tajikistan and Pakistan as neighbor countries. They are located in one ecosystem. If you see in the Tajikistan and Pamir, you can see your mountains also, which we have the same common problems. You will see a high-level panel of water issues. His Excellency, President of Tajikistan, also member of this panel. And we also, as you know, our leaders in Central Asia discussed about water issues, and now we have common understandings that it's our common agenda. That's why all countries now working to water management, also to save RLC. Thank you very much for inviting us. Good advice. Thank you.